Well, Jalen, my favorite player in the National Basketball Association, LaMelo Ball. Let's just celebrate LaMelo Ball. He's my favorite player in the NBA. I love passers, I love facilitators and playmakers, and he has proven in just 2 preseason games that he is that. There he is hitting a 3, and he's just great at moving the ball. Jalen, what do you think about LaMelo Ball so far?
So the player I'm going to compare him to, he has a different body type, and Jason Kidd was a lockdown defender. But what you're seeing from Melo is a lot of that passing guys open, giving up good shots to get great shots. That's the court vision that you saw from Jason Kidd. Having people enthusiastic about a skip pass. Having people excited about a hockey assist. And that becomes contagious, and it makes players around you want to run, want to cut and make plays because they know they're going to get fed if they're open.
Jalen, his father, LeVar Ball, had some not nice things to say about your favorite NBA franchise. Keep moving or hit the brakes.
He's saying what he should say if his son got released. You know the Pistons are my all-time favorite team in any sport. Keep it moving.
We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball. The Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball.
So guys, we know playing in the NBA was something the Ball brothers talked about since they were kids. How much did you guys talk about playing against each other in the league?
I think we always talk about playing on the same team, honestly. So we've always played together. This is kind of the first time that we got matched up on opposite sides. But I know it's going to be a lot of fun. We had a lot of battles in the backyard.
LaMelo, how would you describe what those battles were like for you growing up?
Very competitive, and I mean, we were running 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, 2-on-2s, pretty much everything. Like a lot of our growing up happened in the backyard, so definitely a lot of memories and stuff.
I'll give you $20 to jump in the pool.
Okay. $20.
Hey, you mic'd up. You better take the mic off. I said 20.
20 out to jump.
No.
The last time that we saw you guys go one-on-one on ESPN was in your backyard, and there may or may not have been a crossover and then a drop to the concrete. Do you guys remember this?
I remember it being staged.
I'm done. I'm done.
You remember this?
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
That's great acting, huh? Great acting.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a lot of shared experiences growing up, but your path to the NBA couldn't have been more different. Lonzo, you know, even though you took a traditional route, you had to go through the fire first, dealing with the media frenzy around you as the oldest. But LaMelo, you've had to deal with the spotlight starting at a younger age and then took the road less traveled. Lonzo, who do you think had a more challenging path into the NBA?
I think Melo, just because I don't know if anybody's really doing that type of way. And plus social media was a little different than, you know, when he was coming at versus me. A lot more people watching, you know, on phones and on computers and stuff. So, you know, you don't really have to take your traditional route that people gonna find you. You know, they can see you from anywhere in the world now, the way the world is. And if you have the talent, I think, you know, you're gonna get put out there eventually. So I think the way he got to the league was obviously, you know, unconventional, and because of that, I think his was a little bit harder journey than mine was.
Yeah, LaMelo, your path was unlike any other player in NBA history. I mean, Lithuania at 16, then joining your dad's league, the JBA, then back to high school in Ohio, and then finally going to Australia. How would you describe what those years were like for you?
Years was like, I feel like every year, or every time I went somewhere, I just learned and pick up on stuff. Pretty much it. I feel like my route is just one of one to describe me.
Lonzo, what's the biggest piece of advice that you've given LaMelo about what life's like in the NBA?
Just stay true to himself and true to his game. You know, the NBA, as you know, is a long season, you know, full of ups and downs. I don't think you can get too high or too low. You know, you just got to stay in the gym, keep working on your game, and go from there. And I tell him that all the time.
Well, Lonzo, it's apparent that things have changed for you since coming from LA to New Orleans. Describe the work you've been putting in up until this point.
Just like you said, it's just consistent work, day in, day out. It takes a lot, especially to change, a jump shot you've been shooting for a long time, and try to, like I did last year, change it during the season, literally like a week before. So just continue to get the reps in, just repetition, muscle memory, and this year just getting the rhythm and then staying in the pocket.
LaMelo, have you noticed the difference?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been winning my whole life. I done seen it go left side, to right side, to the middle. I've seen it all. Yeah.
Well, when you were younger, we know that Lonzo has said many times that LeBron is who he looked up to. Who did you look up to as a player growing up?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really watch too much basketball growing up, so just looking at my brothers and my pops for real.
How much have you talked about, current events that have been happening in our country, the civil unrest that reached a boiling point this summer, and then, of course, what happened in the Capitol, LaMelo?
It's definitely crazy. I mean, as you can see, you can obviously see we live in two different worlds, and people are gonna keep speaking out. Obviously, we want change, but it's really gonna take a lot. And I feel like we all know that.
Yeah, I think it's a long process. We've been fighting for a very long time, obviously. The battle's still not won yet, but all we can do at the moment is just keep spreading light to it and, hope people come around one day.
All right, before I let you guys go, I do want to run through a couple quick questions. Who's the better passer?
Me.
Okay, let me ask it a different way. Who has the better vision?
Me.
I have a feeling I know how this one's gonna go. Okay, who has the better shooting form?
I do now. He used to, but mine's better now.
I used to shoot that thing behind my neck. So I thought it changed, actually. So I would say the same one.
Which one of you is your parents' favorite?
Him. Melo.
Correct.
LaMelo knew that. It's the baby. We understand. LaMelo, let me ask you this. How would you describe your brother's game in 5 words or less?
5 words or less. Like 5 adjectives.
However you want to put it. 5 adjectives, 5 words, or just explain his game.
Great passer, a leader, his team involved, and he knows how to win.
Lonzo, how would you describe your brother's game? I don't have to put a limit on it.
Flashy, confident, streaky, free, and fun.
So, facing off against your brother, what's that going to feel like for you? An achievement for the family, or just another game?
Like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun, getting him on the other side. But once the ball gets tossed up, I got one thing on my mind, and that's just the winning.
LaMelo Ball is dominating the NBA, so you're about to see how he's put up the youngest triple-double in league history, outplayed his older bro, and why or why not he'll win Rookie of the Year. It's tough to articulate how unusually comfortable LaMelo looks as a starter with just 10 games of experience under his belt in the toughest basketball league in the world. However, after Charlotte took down Atlanta 115-105 last night for their 3rd straight win, with Ball posting 22, 11, and 12 on 9 of 13 shooting from the field, Hornets coach James Borrego put Melo's veteran-looking game best, saying, quote, "A 19-year-old rookie does not look like this. This is rare what you're seeing. He's not rattled by the moment. It's like he's been doing this for a number of years," end quote. LaMelo showing the spirit, energy, and poise on the court that it takes most players half a decade plus to develop in the league. On Saturday night, Ball replaced Markelle Fultz as the youngest NBA player ever to record a triple-double by 177 days. In the game today, LaMelo's one of the tallest primary ball handlers in the league, and his height allows him to see over the top of his matchup and pick apart defenses from there with his IQ. His 6'7", 190-pound wiry frame combined with his polished handle make him a potentially generationally great facilitator. More on the secret making LaMelo's playmaking elite in the pros, his rivalry with Lonzo, whether or not he'll win Rookie of the Year, that's all next. But I'm posting 4 to 8 minute NBA breakdown videos like this every day, as well as some lists, so hit thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. That's the best way to support this content. Appreciate you. We knew throughout Ball's amateur career and his 1 season overseas in the NBL in Australia that his naturally gifted passing and his ability to crash the glass were strong aspects of his game before he entered the NBA. But the most impressive and surprising part about LaMelo in his historic triple-double outing was his scoring, because a lot was made of 2020's third overall draft pick going scoreless in his debut. But against the Hawks, Ball was extremely efficient, shooting 9 of 13 overall and 3 of 5 from deep. From in-and-out moves leading to mid-range turnarounds to quick twitch pull-ups and step-backs, the assortment of weapons on the perimeter that the 19-year-old showed off just proved how skilled he is. Given he's also finishing through contact this early in his NBA career, the Hornets already have a complete offensive player and an undeniable prodigy in their rookie LaMelo Ball. But then there was his matchup he had recently with his older brother, where in round 1 of the Ball Bowl, LaMelo came out on top. He finished 1 assist shy of a triple-double with 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists in 25 minutes. More importantly, he picked up the win. After the game, he was asked about the matchup with his older bro, but stayed cool with his response, saying, quote, "I pretty much go out there and play. My mom and dad raised a killer, I feel like, so I just let the chips fall where they fall." Unfortunately, his older brother Lonzo struggled all game long, going 1 for 7 from three-point range while finishing with 5 points, 3 assists, and 2 boards. Meanwhile, LaMelo was a +5 in his minutes, and Lonzo ended up at a -7. But considering Lonzo Ball is an underrated defender and LaMelo was able to post nearly a triple-double on him, that's a great sign for the rookie and for the Hornets. After he set an impressive triple-double record the following game, LaMelo received praise from LeBron James, who reposted his performance on his Instagram story. The 4-time NBA champ recorded 123 such games throughout his 18-year career, including one this season with the Lakers. However, LeBron actually didn't notch his first triple-double until his sophomore season, so LaMelo's clearly ahead of the curve in his NBA progression. As I made the point of earlier, LaMelo's significant height advantage at point guard gives him the ability to clearly scope out his point of attack and manipulate defenders from there with his flashy passing. His competitors may have a similar skill level to him, but you can't teach size, and it's Ball's flashiness and IQ mixed in with his 6'7" frame that's allowing him to shock you with ridiculous stat lines like you've seen thus far. So, does this mean he's the Rookie of the Year? I mean, he's certainly on the path to being favorited for that award. You can argue he's the favorite right now, as his shooting lines really improved to respectability after he struggled early on with his consistency. But if he continues to set records like he just did, then he'll be the surefire pick. But for now, there's players like Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton, who are also strong contenders for the Rookie of the Year, so it's tough to make an official prediction. I know it's early, but with how he's leading the Hornets to a 500 record and the 8th seed so far in the East, LaMelo has a solid case for the Rookie of the Year, and I think he has all-star potential. I want to know your thoughts on LaMelo down below. I respond to every comment. Go check out my Curry video if you haven't already. Thanks for all the support on that one.
This is Welcome TV Unlimited.
And I'll see you next video.